can change my display name.
Alright, so we are live. Hello, everyone. And for those who are watching this on our streaming services and later on YouTube, we are back with a new campaign. With some new characters, some old ones, and some others who will be joining us later. We are going to be starting off our campaign with a bit of an introduction. This is Dire Circumstances Curse of Innistrad series. We're going to start doing these from today, which is the second to last Saturday of September, all the way to the second week of November, every Saturday, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. This year, and we'll see about next year and the year after that as well. So anyways, let us begin as...
My bad.
We are in the town of Shadowbridge.
I like that name.
So, we've got one of our heroes, a regular rogue named Patricia, who fled her home region of Gapney and came to this region of Stensia in order to most likely avoid the loves because of some sort of hygiene.
I stole one too many apples. That's what I'm going with for now. Lies in the shadow of Castle Mountain, buried under fog, still unable to hide from the vampire's sight. And so, here we are, with Patricia here in the city. What are you going to do? Alright, there's nobody to keep me in check here today, and I don't like that, and neither should you. I'm going to go to the nearest bar or tavern and listen in on a few people's conversations while drinking.
So, you head to the Blood of the Vine Tavern.
Ooh, I love that name.
A single shaft of light thrusts illumination into the main square. Its brightness looks like a solid pillar in the heavy fog. Above the gaping doorway, a sign hangs precariously askew, proclaiming this to be the Blood and Vine Tavern.
Am I tall enough to uneskew the sign? To straighten the sign?
It's like that already.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and walk on in and sit down in a corner booth somewhere with my back to the wall and just listen in on all the conversations going on.
Well, as you step into the tavern, everyone there sort of gives you a sidelong glance, as you are indeed a stranger to this land, before they all go back to their meals and drinks. Yes. So what are you going to do now?
I'm gonna go ahead and walk on over to a booth that's kind of by itself and sit with my back to the wall and order a drink.
Alright. So,
I just got the group chat message.
as you're doing that, you notice that you have one small problem. You don't have any money.
I swear it said I had gold. Didn't it? Oh, no I don't. Okay. Well, maybe I should have started off begging on the streets. Please, sir, 1 gold for a beggar so I can buy some alcohol. Well, crap. As I'm walking over to my booth, I pick up somebody's glass. Wait, do I have sleight of hand on this character? I don't think I do. Ah! I didn't want you. Ooh, go away. Thank you. Fast hands, that's not the same as sleight of hand. Ooh, I do have good sleight of hand. +4. Next question is... Yep, the kids lost my dice. Sweet, I found a Tylenol. I had the kids down here last night, and I don't know what happened to my dice. Would you like me to roll a d20 in order to try to steal somebody's drink on my way to the booth?
Yes.
Alright. 1d20. What? Oh. / roll space 1 20. 14 plus 4 would be 18.
That's what your sleight of hand skill is?
Yep.
Alright. Compared to their passive perception. And this was to steal someone's drink.
Yes, as I'm walking over to my booth. I'll look less suspicious if I've got a drink in my hand. That, and I like drinking.
Okay. So you managed to steal someone's drink without them noticing. You make your way to an empty booth where you can see the door. And then you sit down and start listening to rumors. And as you're listening to the rumors, you hear a little bit about how Terrence, a cathedral of a sort called Terrence Light Holes had recently been attacked by monsters and overrun and everyone killed.
Well, I'm going to down my drink and see if I can't find this cathedral. Oh, sorry. My friend's drink that I just stole. Because I'm going to call him my friend now that I got a free drink from them. And once we get money, I hope we come back to this town so that I can go back into this bar and see if I find that dude again. And I'm going to buy him a drink. Because even though I'm a criminal, I have an honor system. But only when it comes to alcohol. And that honor system only applies when I have money. As do most honor systems.
Alright, so well, let's see. You want to try and find the Terrence Light Hole. Well, the problem is, you
Yep.
don't know where it's at.
I'm gonna walk out of the bar and walk up to... I'm gonna look around and see if I see any beggars or other... street life. People that live on the streets.
Considering the nature of the village,
Yeah.
there isn't anyone of that sort. However, you do see on a hill to the north of the village a building of religious significance.
Well, I'm gonna guess that's the cathedral, and I'm gonna head that way. Wait, is this character smart enough to figure that out? Hold up. Okay, I have an intelligence of 13 with this one. We're good.
Alright. So atop a slight rise against the roots of the pillars of stone that supports Castle Mauer stands a gray, sagging edifice of stone and wood. This church has obviously weathered the assaults of evil for centuries on end and is worn and weary. A bell tower rises towards the back, and flickering light shines through the holes in the shingled roof. The rafters strain feebly against their load. So, you're making your way northwards. You're following the character?
Yep. I'm guessing is this E5 or 15 building here?
E5, yeah. And the map has a little finds. So, as you approach the doors, the heavy wooden doors of the church are covered with claw marks and scarred by fire.
I want to lick the claw mark for some reason. I don't know what it would do for me, but I want to lick it. No, what sounds really in character for me would be to go over and lick a lead-stained glass window. That sounds really in character for most of my characters.
So, before you can do any of that, a character, well, figure steps out of the doors as they open.
Why
This
he
big
look like
looks at you and goes, "Hello, my child. What is it that brings you here?"
I heard there was an attack here, and I was just kind of curious about what happened here, and if maybe I could hunt down your issue and solve it.
The church here, well, the Church of Avicen has stood for centuries to guard the little town of Shadowgrange from the evils that haunts the woods and those that serve Stefan Mauer.
This Stefan Mauer really sounds like a... struggling to find the right words here without cursing.
Well, Stefan Mauer is the vampire who dwells in the castle overlooking this whole village. And none are welcome into the state.
Ooh, excuse me.
However, you may find that we are perfectly we are perfectly fine with dealing with threats by ourselves.
Ha! I figured out how to do hit points. Sorry, that excited me a little bit.
But come, if you think you can help us, we'll invite you in. So, inside, the doors open to reveal a 10-foot wide, 20-foot long hall leading to a brightly lit chapel. The hall is unlit and reeks of mildew. 4 doors, 2 on each side of the hall, lead to adjacent chambers. You can see the chapel is strewn with debris, and you hear a soft voice from it. The chapel is strewn with debris.
This might actually be one of my most religious characters I've made. Because I'm honestly thinking about having her go in and pray while she's in there.
Alright, so... you head to the chapel. The chapel is in shambles, with overturned and broken pews littered the dusty floor. Dozens of candles, mounted on candlesticks and candlebreads, light every dusty corner in a fervent attempt to rid the chapel of shadows. At the far end of the church is a cloth-scarred altar. And upon the altar is a slightly damaged collar of Addison.
Said what is on that? A slightly damaged what?
The collar of Addison, it's the religious symbol of Innistrad.
Oh. Okay.
The altar to pray. And what is your passive perception?
Yes. Good question. How do we find that again? I can't remember.
It is 10 plus wisdom modifier plus proficiency if you are proficient in perception.
I have perception plus 3. And you said wisdom?
Wisdom modifier?
Okay, so that's plus 1, and then plus 3 on perception.
So the perception with the plus 3 because your proficiency is plus 2 at the time.
Yes. It says skills and perception is plus 3 under it.
Yep, so that is 2.
Sorry, I'm having difficulty reading my character sheet. Okay. And then my wisdom modifier is a plus 1.
But 1 plus proficiency if you're proficient, and proficiency being plus 2. And you are proficient, so that's a total of 13.
Okay.
So, you don't notice anything else.
One of these days I'm going to create a character with a passive perception of 20. Just so that nothing ever goes unnoticed. But then I'm going to make that character be drunk 24/7 so that they don't notice anything.
Okay, so anyways, back to where we were.
Yep.
It's up to you now what happens.
I'm going to go ahead and pray and then ask the priest or whatever they're called here how I can help, or if they know where the vampires and such are coming from.
Well, you've got plenty of wards here in the chapel to help keep evil at bay. The monsters and such are all coming from Castle Mauer, which, if you were to step outside and look to the north and to the west for a little bit, up on a hill past the woods, you would see Castle Mauer standing on top of that hill, looking over everything in the valley.
Alright.
But I wouldn't recommend going after him. As I've said, he is a vampire, dwells in his estate, and no one is welcome.
Okay.
So what are you going to do now?
Well, I honestly don't know what I should do. I mean, if I had more of a party, I'd say screw being dangerous, I'm going straight for the boss. But I don't even have any money to get some rosewood arrows, let alone silver tipped. I'm gonna ask the priest if there's any small-time stuff I can do around so that I can get some money.
Well, you're in Spencia, my friend, my child. And in Spencia, they're not all that friendly to outsiders.
Well, there's gotta be a lost kitten somewhere or something. Is there a Thieves Guild here in this city?
This is just a small town, but there is none that I know of.
Well, I'm gonna make my own Thieves Guild then. I'm gonna hire all the kids in town. No. Well, at this point, I guess I'm going to go to the market and ask around for something to do.
All right. So make your way back into town.
Oh. There you are.
You find yourself back in town, in the town square. So, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna walk up to this guy right here and ask if he needs any help hucking hay.
No, I'm good. No thanks, stranger. All's well. No.
Listen, man, I'll be straight with you. I need a job. I need money so I can get some better equipment, and then I'm gonna try to free this place.
He looks around worriedly and goes, "Be careful what you say. Bauer hears all. The ravens are his eyes."
Oh, that's unfortunate. I like ravens. Now I'm gonna have to kill all the ravens. Oh, I wanted to have a raven as a pet. That's unfortunate. Wait, do I even have animal handling on this character? I probably don't. I don't! That's depressing. Oh well. Well, sir, do you know of any place a stranger can get work?
You won't find anything here. However, you might want to ask the burgomaster.
The what?
The burgomaster, the leader of our village.
Okay. Do you know where I could find him?
Well,
Slash.
when you get to Bildras Mercantile, keep heading south and they'll be at the end of the lane.
Well, much thanks, friend. I'm gonna go find them.
Alright. Do you want to make a perception check to try and find the Bildras Mercantile?
Sure.
Let's roll plus 3 because
So it'll be 15.
Alright. Alright. So, the sparse light from this building spills out from behind heavy drawn curtains. Well, drawn heavy curtains. A sign over the door, creaking on its hinges, reads Spildrass Mercantile.
Alright. Really wish I had some oil to fix those squeaky hinges. And I say that as I walk in the door.
Alright.
As I walk in the door, I look at the sign overhead and be like, man, I really wish I was carrying around some oil for this town.
So as you step inside, the shop owner looks up at you and goes, the weather's too humid for that kind of stuff. All this fog. You grease it, and then a while later it goes back to being creaky.
Understandable, understandable. Are you, what was that word he said earlier?
I'm Bildrath, the Bildrath Mercantile.
Yep. I'm looking for work, and nobody around here likes me because I'm an outsider.
Well, don't really have any work for you here. Not a lot of people want to buy stuff. But as the only people who really pass by here are the briar hearts, as they go along the road. But if there's something you want, if you want it badly enough, you'll pay for it. So, what are you looking to buy?
Unfortunately, sir, I have no money. I'm just looking for work.
Okay. Sorry, I can't.
And that's actually kind of why I'm looking for work, is because I need some either silver-tipped arrows or maybe some rosewood arrows. That might work. I don't know.
Sorry, I can't. I don't have any silver weapons. But I got all sorts of other stuff. But if you can't buy, I'm going to have to ask you to please leave.
Alright. Well. Oh, wait. The dude gave me directions to go past there, didn't he? I'm special. Well, in that case, I believe that I'm supposed to be going down here. Come on. Move. There you go. Bam. I'm gonna knock on this door.
Alright.
I think I've got the right place now.
A weary-looking mansion squats behind a rusted iron fence. The iron gates are twisted toward. The right gate lies cast aside, while the left swings lazily in the wind. The stuttering squeal and clang of the gate repeats with mindless precision. Weeds choke the ground and press with menace upon the house itself. Yet against the walls, the growth has been trimmed down to create a path all around the domain. Heavy claw markings have stripped the once beautiful finish of the walls. Great black marks tell us of fires that have assailed the nation. Not a pane or shard of glass stands in any window. All the windows are bared with planks, each one marked with stains of evil omen.
Apparently my laptop has a magnet on the bottom. I just noticed this because my lighter got stuck to it. Well, I'm going to knock on the door and see if anybody answers.
You knock on the door. Well, no one answers.
This is the right place, right?
It is. But, let's see, your perception is 13.
Yep.
That's your passive perception.
Yep.
So you see that the trampled weeds all around the mansion, as well as scores of prints.
They've been attacked, haven't they? I'm going to poke my head in the door and holler it and ask if anybody's home. Say what? The door's barred?
Yep.
Okay, I need to get my head on a swivel now. I start looking around. I'm gonna roll for perception. Ha! I think I can see the moon.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 6.
You don't really notice anything.
I doubt I could see the moon with that roll, sir. Okay, well, I'm gonna try the back door. Because my character's just dumb enough to think, whatever's going on is probably inside, after I looked around and didn't see anything.
So, as you're making your way around the house, there is no back door.
What? Oh, this is a serious fire code issue, guys. I screamed that at the top of my lungs. As I'm walking back around to the front door, and and after I notice there's no back door, I start tapping on windows.
There are.
Oh wait, there are no windows.
The windows have been barred, but the window glasses are all missing.
Okay, so I start tapping on bars on the windows. Yep.
You hear a faint voice say, "Go away."
No, I can't, sir. You are my only hope of finding some work so I can free this place.
So, you're not working for Streffin Mauer.
No.
Okay. You hear a couple of clicks, a few clanks, and some thunks as the door opens slightly. You see a young woman with auburn hair, dressed in moderately fine clothes, look at you through the cracks in the door.
Ma'am, I'm looking for work. I just need to be able to buy some silver weapons or some sort of magical weapon, and then I'm going to try to take down whatever is oppressing y'all's land. Stefan Mauer or whoever it is. I just need a small job or something.
Well, can't exactly... there isn't exactly any jobs here in town. However, you're wanting to face on Stefan Mauer?
Yes.
Well, come in quickly. As she opens the doors a bit to let you in.
Okay.
So as you enter the house, she closes the door and starts setting the big wooden bar and a few locks on the door to seal it behind you. And after she finishes that, she turns around and introduces herself as Irina Poliana. She offers you some tea while you both talk about what troubles the building.
All right.
So, there are various monsters and such, as wolves, dire wolves, and werewolves crown the summer walls, the woodlands that surround the foothills of the valley. Shadow Grange sits on the east of the valley, but it is in the shadow of Castle Mauer, home to the vampire Streffin Mauer. And long ago he had placed a vile curse on the valley itself. And a week ago, when you destroyed the Heron's Light Hold, he had made a promise to everyone in the valley a year before that he will wipe out all the inhabitants of the valley in 1 year. And so, he's been regularly attacking our village and a few others. Our village, The Shadow Grange, the village of Lamas. The fortified village of Krezik. And a few others. If you're looking for work or something to help you out, I would suggest heading to the town of Ramas. It's all the way over in the middle of the valley. Quite a ways away, but if you think you can make it, take me with you.
Okay. What are we streaming this on, Colby?
Twitch.
Alright. Alright. Well, I think that I could take you with. I say we set out immediately. I don't have any money to buy provisions anyway. I've got enough food to last 3 days.
Well, you'd probably make it. So, So, you make your way along the old roads. College Road. As you make your way, you eventually have to pass through the summer walls. And
Okay.
while stopping at one of the gates along the road for the night, or after the first day of travel, you eventually
Colby, what's your YouTube channel? I can't find either.
Dire Circumstance.
I'm I didn't.
You eventually make your way to the village of Lamas. As you come to the city with a stone wall about 6 feet tall surrounding it.
Where is our cat? There we are.
So, the old Spallage Road meanders into the valley watched over by dark brooding mountains to the north and south. The woods recede, revealing a solid mountain berg surrounded by a wooden palisade. Big fog presses up against this wall as though looking for a way inside, hoping to catch the town aslumber. The dirt road ends at a set of sturdy iron gates, with a pair of shadowy figures standing behind them. Planted in the ground and flanking the road outside the gates are half a dozen pikes with wolves' head impaled on them.
Okay.
So, this is the east gate. There are 2 town guards just inside the gates, carrying pikes. As you both approach the gates, they ask, "Halt, who goes there?"
The savior of all mankind. No. Traveling traders. What was our goal in this town again? Oh yeah, we were looking for work, right? Or I am at least.
Work. She's looking to get to safety.
Okay. 2 refugees.
You've got plenty enough in this valley due to Sref and Mauer's assault on the Heron's Light Holes. And then those bitter hearts moving in
Well,
on their travels across the valley.
Well, I'm looking to find work of some sort. I'm not just here for a free ride.
Well, but stay away from those briar hearts. The bitter hearts. Stay away from the bitter hearts. Alright, so you both make your way inside, and Irina turns to you and goes, "Thank you for bringing me here. I feel I'll be much safer here than I was in my home," she says as she rubs her neck through the scarf she's wearing. And
No. Oh no.
to help you for your troubles, here. She gives you a small bag that, as it moves, you hear a slight clink to it.
Okay. Why do I get a very bad feeling that she's a vampire?
Are you going to take the bag?
Yes.
Alright, the bag contains 9 gold, 2 silver, and 4 copper. She
What was that?
9 gold, 2 silver, and 4 copper. Sorry, there isn't much more, but this is
Two.
all that's left.
Well, that's quite a bit in D&D universe, ain't it? Actually, because most peasants don't see 1 gold in their entire lifetime.
That is true.
But yes, I gratefully accept this. It's no longer Gmail, it's Google Workspace. I love it.
What? Anyways,
Oh, I went to check my email on my phone and it said Google Workspace instead of Gmail.
so here you are in the town
I just
of
found that.
Lamas, or Lannis, on the shores of Mauer Lake. And an Inquisition built. Anyways. So what are you going to do now?
I'm gonna walk around town and ask for work. Oh wait, no, I've got monies. I'm gonna go to the local weapon shop and see what they've got that I can buy.
Well, let's see. So, make a persuasion check.
Something tells me I'm not persuading nobody.
Roll.
3 plus 3, so a 6 in total.
Is that a 3 or a 5?
Oh no, 5, sorry. So 8 in total. Sorry, dyslexia. Don't know how I can blame it on that, but I'm going to.
You're looking for someone to go somewhere to buy stuff?
Yes.
Well, there are merchants in, well, there is someone selling stuff in the town. But if you want to find out more, you should head to the Blue Water Inn.
Why can't I find you on Twitch? I can click on your link from the YouTube channel. Then it brings me to the Google page, says that you have nothing on there and you've never streamed.
No idea.
And I
It was
click
2 years
follow,
ago.
and it's like, oh,
2 years ago when I
And,
streamed, but it's dire circumstance.
yep. And then I click follow, and it's like, okay, well, you need to open this in the app to follow. So I click open an app. And then it brings me back to the same page.
This computer installed is broken. Anyways,
So I went and typed in your name, and I get the circumstance and circumstance hate.
I'll post the
It's weird.
link in the group chat.
Okay.
later, But anyways, I'll also be posting the links in the descriptions when this is uploaded to YouTube. So, you're looking for some place to buy stuff, and you're told that the Blue Water Inn might help you look for stuff.
Okay.
So,
I'm gonna head on over there.
that happens to be all the way over at the other side of town.
Well, I'll get to scrolling then.
So as you're there, gray smoke issues from the chimney of this large two-story wooden building with a stone foundation and a sagging tile roof, upon which several ravens have perched. A painted wooden sign hanging above the main entrance depicts a blue waterfall.
Hey, I found you on the app and it finally worked.
Alright.
Although I still can't see any stream currently happening.
Well, I got Streamlabs, so that's probably it. But anyways. So, here you are at Blue Water Inn.
Alright.
So,
I go in and ask, what was that?
so continue.
I'm gonna go in and ask if, oh, I don't know. If they've got any silver weapons.
Uh, no. Well, he says, unfortunately, no. However, if you're looking for silver weapons, I am guessing that means you are an adventurer of a sort.
Yes.
So, if that's the case, come with me over here. I've got something to ask you.
Alright.
So, as he takes you over to the side, out of earshot from most of the customers, he tells you, my supply of wine is nearly gone and the next shipment is overdue. I'll give you what you seek. I'll help you out a bit with some stuff if you bring me my wine. The vineyard in Wireweir is a few miles west of here. Just follow the old Spallage Road and the signs.
Alright. I figured out how to get into the chat room.
Anyways,
Okay. Last live June 1st. So, I accept the quest to go get your wine.
alright, so it's all the way to the west, along the old Spallage Road, and just follow the signs. And since it is
Alright.
oh, you can keep going. But do you want to end it here and see about next week?
Sure.
Alright, with that, you to all the viewers we may have at this point. This video will be uploaded to YouTube at a later time. So
You had technically at least one viewer.
So until then, see you
Good
then,
night.
and stay safe this Halloween season.